Hey buddy, we're here for the launch of ZeroCost degrees for the first time in Sri Lanka, brought to you by Lethan and EduClass together with JISE Campus and HNB. It's a very interesting concept and a very much needed concept for Sri Lanka at the moment, and I think we're going to have speak to some very interesting people as well, so do stick around. I have with me Mr. Priyanka Rajatna representing HNB. Sir, could you tell me how this program benefits a Sri Lankan student from a financial point of view?
Yeah, this is the first time I think JISC has introduced the concept of earn while you learn, which means you will be paid from the second year onwards while you are studying from a foreign company based in Singapore. This is a Singapore-based program. So HNB thought that this would be a good initiative in twofold. One is to bring down the foreign currency, much needed foreign currency to the country, as well as to consider these students as the paymasters of their own loans. Henceforth, we thought that we need to give something to them, and the program is designed in such a way you get a 12 months grace period during which you only pay the interest, but then there onwards for the next 4 years you will pay your loan out of the funds you earn. You are expected to earn about $300 per month, which is more than sufficient for you to meet the installment. Afterwards, I'm sure those students who had embarked on journey with the foreign companies while they study will definitely be placed at very high positions, and I'm sure they will go into longer banking relationships with HNB.
Great, thank you so much and all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I have with me Mr. Vijita Vijayasekara, the CEO of JISE Campus in Sri Lanka. So thank you for having us here.
Yeah, most welcome.
Can you tell me what is the importance of having such a program in Sri Lanka, especially in the current context that we are in?
There are a couple of key things that we can talk about. First and foremost, when you have an academic degree, you start your first job, but you have only theoretical knowledge. You have no idea how to fix real world, real problems. So then what happens is, as an employer, they would have to give you a supervisor or a team leader to guide you through all this and hold hands. This is a cost to the company. So what happens is, then in that case, your salary will be negotiated and compromised in order to accommodate someone else to support you. Right? So basically, this is a big issue. No company wants to hire a person and then have a supervisor to do the job. Right? You will have the company has the employer has to have two people to get the work done. Whereas there are applied degrees around the world. Even in Sri Lanka, if you take a doctor, right, before he graduates, he's got the practical experience. So a doctor starting the job does not need a supervisor. So imagine this is a doctor in software engineering or in computer science. He's got the practical knowledge, 3 years of international work experience working with world-class tech companies. Starting the job, he is able and ready to take on real-world, real projects and turn around on his own, so that it is a cost-saving method as well as a very competitive, reliable way for the future of education.
And my final question to you, what was the reasoning behind picking Lethan as your partner?
We've actually looked at so many different partners. Now Lethan has come up with a solution that actually works really well for Sri Lanka, because currently we have a dollar crisis. Everybody wants a foreign degree because we have very limited seats available in Sri Lanka for our graduates. I mean, our national graduate average is only 8% compared to 55% in Singapore and England, right? So we say, let's have more graduates in the parliament, but if they're non-existent in the society, where would you find them, right? So graduation is a need, it's a must, right? So instead of sending our money overseas, right, this is a degree program where you actually borrow money from HNB, you learn your programs, you get your degree, but by the end of it, you have realized you have actually brought in 50% more dollars than you actually paid for the course, right? So it's a net gain of around $5,000 to $6,000 per student, right? Even before they start working in real jobs.
All right. Thank you very much and all the best. Cheers. So I have with me Mr. Joelle Chow, the Global Managing Director for Lethan EduClass. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. First, tell me, why is it important for your establishment to enter Sri Lanka and create such opportunities for Sri Lankan students in the current context that we are living in?
Sri Lanka is a beautiful country where this generation of youth is very aspiring to connect to the bigger community across the globe. And we believe that through this program, we are able to open up that window to connect the students, not only in terms of employability, but also in terms of knowledge acquisition and also accessing to the network with the industries across the world to ensure the students will stay employed, stay relevant, and at the same time, they're able to retain their residency in Sri Lanka instead of migrating out of the country.
And secondly, what kind of programs do you offer for our students?
We do offer Bachelor's of Science honors degree. We have a multiple disciplines over there, as well as a master degree program. And the Bachelor of Science degree program is suitable for anyone that have completed the 12 years of basic education in the country. The master degree program is for students who have completed basic bachelor degree program. Now, each of this program actually brings a transformation for them and bridging elements for them from as academic students into the working world.
So Sri Lanka is a country where we do have a plethora of education institutes. And why did you choose JISC as your partner?
I think choosing any partnership is very important. First thing, we have to look at the partner. We've spoken to the founders of JISC. They are very aspired. They are true believer of education. They truly wanted to be in service to the community, to the local community in particular. Founders have been working many years overseas, more than 30 years. They decided to come back to serve this country. And the first thing they see is education as a breakthrough of poverty or ignorance and connect to the world. So I think in terms of the philosophy and as also in terms of their vision in life, we connect very well. And that's a key reason.
All right. Thank you very much for joining us and all the best. Thanks. All right, that's a wrap from us here. And if you do need to get in touch with them, please do reach out to JISC campus and they will sort you out. Until next time, I'm Rehan. You take care.